So welcome back to Retired for Life. So today's video is all about finishing the deconstruction of the old observatory building. There's still quite a bit of work to do to get that job done, so let's get up there and get to it right away. Well, it is a hot one out here today in the observatory, as you can see. Of course, that's right in the sun. Fortunately, it's not too humid, and we do have pretty good ventilation too. Wow, this thing's been sitting on the table in the sun in there. It's hot. So we'll take these 2x4 crossers out of here, the last two. There's no more roof up there, so I don't need the tension from them. So if I'm right, I should be able to take these out and then actually lift the rail up at this end. So I still have the 4 screws in the very end at the other end of this, but that shouldn't prevent me from being able to see if I can lift this. Yeah. So my thought on this is I'm going to try and tilt that end up and then just pivot the whole thing. Well, so far so good. There we are. So with the skin off of this wall now, it's pretty flimsy. So I want to give it back a little bit of its rigidity. So I'm going to take one of my long 2x4s and run it pretty much from corner to corner and secure that in and see if that helps. Oh yeah, that's hugely better. All right, that's going to make everything safer to work on and put a lot less stress on this existing wall. So we've got the one railing down. Next step, get around to the other side, start taking off the covering for that wall, and we'll get that railing down. Well, there's all the fake battens off. Well, there we go. Well, I hope you guys have been enjoying today's video, and if you are enjoying it, I'd really appreciate the like, and I'd love to have you subscribe to the channel. And if you've got any suggestions, thoughts, anything like that, I'd love to hear from you. All right, let's get back to work. All right, guys, so this rail is really close to being ready to come down. I believe I've got all of the nails out of it from inside the building. I've got 2 screws here to take out, and then there's the screws that hold it up on the 4x4 at the far end of this. So let's get these screws out and we'll start tentatively looking to see how everything seems here. I believe, or at least I hope, the only thing left holding this 2x6 runner down is the screws in the angle brackets here on this post. So it looks like all the nails and screws are out. So I'm going to move this over to the side and then try to pivot it up. Uh-oh. I think we're gonna lose this one. I think we're just gonna let her go. All right, here it goes. Well, that was certainly quick and easy. It's down, and it's down in one piece. Now we just have to get these off to the side and out of the way for the time being. Well, guys, we've got our job site all cleaned up. Both railings are now down.
Everything is going extremely well.
Stashed over here. So I've got 2 more walls to disassemble. These are pretty straightforward. There's no rails on them or anything. I think I'm going to see if I can get this window out, as I want it to be a little farther forward once I finish getting all the board and batten on. But that looks pretty good. I think we're going to take a break and have a beer, and then we'll be back at it again tomorrow. All right, we'll see you in the morning. Well, it looks like another beautiful morning this morning, and we are getting right back to work here. So we've got 2 walls left to do. Got a little bit of wiring in this one. This end, I have to take this out completely because this is where the new double doors are going to go. And this is just way too small of an opening for what I want. So I've got to take down both sections of this wall, take it out completely, and get ready to replace it. This wall, the front wall, I'm going to try very carefully to see if I can take the window out, because I think once I have the board and batten siding on, I'm probably going to want that window to be a little farther out than it is right now. So let's get to work. So I've got all the fake battens off the last 2 walls. Next is to try to take this window out. Now, I think, if I recall, it was 20 years ago, but if I recall this properly, there's like 3 screws on either side of the window going into the wood, and that's it basically that's holding it in. Then of course there's caulking around the window too. So I'm gonna hope that I can just cut this caulking. Uh-oh. I've disturbed somebody. Yeah. I think I've come across an ant colony, and they're not happy with me. Well, they're going to get a lot more unhappy before I'm done. Look at this. Whoa. Let's have a look outside and see if we can see a little better of what's going on. There's their home. Well, there's some very unhappy ants. But what are you going to do?
Just one moment, please.
There's the top of the window. Yeah, I gave them a little spray, and that seems to have really annoyed them. Well, we've got the covering off of the entranceway wall. So this is the last wall that still has sheeting on it. It is hot out here now, guys. Oh boy. That's it. That's all the sheeting. I got to take down the entranceway wall at the other end, get the 2x4s out of there completely. As I was saying, I've got to rebuild that door. Well, that's it, guys. The demolition phase of this is now complete. I need to pull the nails out of these 2x4s from this end wall, and then start doing some measuring and start doing some reconstruction. So I am probably going to stick a couple of 2x4s coming down from the corner down to the bottom here, just to temporarily shore these walls up. And then we'll start with building the top of this wall, these two walls for height, to figure out where things are going to work out. And that's also going to let me know how much good material I'm going to have left from the doubled up 2x6 runners that carried the roof out. So very good progress last few days. I'm quite pleased with how it's went. I'm going to finish up these nail pullings, and then probably find something cool to drink and take a bit of a rest. So I hope you guys have been finding these videos interesting, or at the very least entertaining. And if you've got any thoughts, comments, suggestions, anything like that, please let me know. Leave them in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. And I'd really love to have you subscribe to the channel. All right, guys. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you on the trails the next time.